Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, we are starting Unit 5 titled as Technology, the Pace of Change. Of course, we're going to go through the usual stuff. Let's go through the keynotes. The rapid pace of technological development is affecting every aspect of our personal and professional lives. Consumer electronics products are making our lives more comfortable and entertaining. New and more innovative models are coming into this almost saturated market all the time. The facility of browsing and uploading onto or downloading from the internet has changed forever. The way we work and view the world. Nanotechnology also is a new growth market which promises to bring smaller, lighter, more portable technological devices, but now here has technology more deeply changed our lifestyle than in the field of mobile telecommunications. Of course, the unique some features, this is of course an older things that shows how fast this section or segment of the market of technology is growing so fast and changing almost every day. So you could see the e-music and Adidas shoes. It's some kind of shoes that's battery powered microprocessor and electronic motor to help the shoe respond to changing weather condition. Microsoft also labs in China are developing a digital pen that people can use to write on paper. This has already been done a while back. A wireless portable internet radio developed by a receiver uses a special browser to capture stations on the web. This is satellite radios has been in for years. This is an older, of course, instrument that shows how fast, like I said, technology is changing or moving forward, evolving every day. Let's go through the article. This is the article. It's called Petzl, or the March of the Mobiles. Of course, this is talking about the mobiles, mobile phones, but this is a little bit older, so it doesn't even get to what we have now. It's really backwards. The glossary was startup and new recently formed company. It's called a startup company. It's a new company. It just got formed. Untapped market, something that has never been touched or hasn't been exploited. يعني ما حدش دخل عليه السوق أو استغله. Saturated market where there are more goods than people. This is السوق المتشبع ومشبع. Continuous improvement, the march of the mobiles. Let's start reading. Is there no limit to the potential market for mobile communications? When it comes to new designs for mobile phones, the model that was announced last week by a startup based in Arizona really goes to the limit. Shaped like a bone, it operates only as a speakerphone. Picks up automatically when called, is mounted on a red strap for wearing around the neck, and is labeled with a large paw because the Petzl, as it is called, is a mobile phone for dogs. Pets Mobility, the firm behind this astounding device, boasts of connecting every member of your family, even your pet, your dog, whatever. This is not quite as ridiculous as it sounds. Indeed, you can expect more examples of this kind of thing. The reason is that the mobile telecoms industry has become a victim of its own success. سقط الضحية لنجاحها. With sales of 600 million units a year, mobile phones are simultaneously the world's most widespread communications devices, computing devices, and consumer electronics products. Almost everybody in the developed world now has one. The growth is booming in the developing world too. China is the world's largest market for mobile phones, and Africa is the fastest growing. In the least developed parts of the world, entrepreneurs such as Bangladesh's telephone ladies rent out mobiles by the minute, putting phones into the hands of even the poorest. This also, all those stuff. Now everybody has a phone around the world, I guess. Not like, let's say, every corner of the world has its networks and everything. The much quoted statistic that 2/3 of the world's population has never made a phone call is no longer true. It's not true anymore. As a result, the industry is frantically looking for new sources of growth, since it will not be able to rely on subscribers' growth for much longer. And in the developed world, it cannot rely on subscriber growth even now. Hence, the logic of selling phones for dogs. Another untapped market is phones for infants. Communicate, a British firm, has launched the MyMo, a simple phone aimed at 4 to 8 years old, while SK Telecom in South Korea offers a similar device, iKit, with built-in satellite tracking. And even when every human, cat and dog has a phone, there are always cars, laptop computers, household appliances, and industrial machinery. Install a phone and some sensors inside a bulldozer, and it can call a mechanic, let's say, before it goes wrong. Docomo, Japan's leading mobile operator, estimates that the potential market for mobile phones in Japan is at least 5 times the number of people. يعني 5 أضعاف عدد الناس. الشعب. Another approach is to encourage people to use their existing phones more than they do at the moment. Third generation networks which will offer lots of extra capacity will lead to lower prices, and the industry hopes more phone calls. Of course, you're talking about third generation. We are now in the 5G era, and that's how old it is. Similarly, there is much excitement about fixed mobile convergence, a technology that allows people to use their mobile handsets to make cheap calls at home over fixed line networks. Of course, this is a network calling has been old too. Again, it is hope boosting usage, extending mobile coverage so that subscribers can make calls wherever they are is another tactic. Coverage is already available in underground railway networks in many cities, and within 2 years it will be extended into what is many people's last remaining phone-free environment, airplanes. Of course, that's also already been here. People have phone, they have a phone that you can use at the airplane, and you have your own cell phone that you can use, or cell devices. When everyone on earth is on the phone all day long, calling their dogs, cars, or washing machines, if not each other, will the market finally be saturated? هل يتشبع السوق? No, there are already plans to stream music, video, and other downloads to mobile phones in the dead of night, when networks are almost empty. Even being asleep, it seems, need not prevent you from using your phone. Evidently, the industry has far to go before it reaches the limit of mankind's desire to communicate. Of course, this is the article that we went through. Let's go back to the page right before that. Okay, he's talking about reading the text. We're going back. These are questions in general, talking about, of course, they are old. I mean, I'm not going to go good thing for society in general. Let's talk about on page 43. Are mobile phones a good thing for society in general? I need an answer for this. Not more than 3 to 4 lines. what's the advantages and disadvantages of mobile phones at this time, right now, in our time. Are they good for society or not, and why? That's the first assignment. Of course, here we're trying to match the nouns 1 to 9 from the net text with their meaning in A to I. Of course, design. What is a design? And what is a model? Subscriber. I guess it's clear. A design is the appearance of something because of the way it has been planned and made. Model, a piece of equipment used for a specific task. Subscriber, a person which is G. Just number 3 is G. A person paying to hire a telephone line. A laptop, portable computer. An appliance, a particular type of machine. A sensor, a device to read information. 6 is E. A network, a set of connected technology or system together that makes it a network. A coverage, where would that be? An area where mobile technology can operate. And the download is a software or information that can be moved from one electronic device to another is a software. This is a download, which is 9 and we come to a D. And here also the vocabulary number 2, compound nouns والأسماء المركبة. From the list on number 1, it should be matched with the number 2. Of course, you can use more than one word on 2. I mean, let's say internet technology, internet programmer, of course, and you could use more than one. Mass market, mass leader, market leader, also market access, market share, information technology, information access also. Computer programmer, right? Also profit margin, جزء من المربح. Consumer product or product. Of course, using these words in number 1 and 2, we can do this next article or paragraph. It talks about Pad Mastery Warrior. Motorola's chief technology officer is launching a new strategy which she says will lead to more mobility. This, she hopes, will increase the number of subscribers in the almost saturated mobile phone market. Nokia is the mobile phone market leader, of course. He's the one that more holds at that time, out in front of Motorola, which is number 2 in this highly competitive industry, with an increasing number of competitors trying to attract fewer and fewer consumers. All telecommunications companies have seen their market share decline or shrink lately. The next one is number 4, was falling revenues and increased profits margins. Number 5, 40,600 technologists and researchers who have come up with plans to do just that. They intend to start by connecting their technology networks, I guess, the technology together into one. Start by connecting their technology. Let's get it here. Technology information into one. For example, combining wireless and multimedia technology in their new mobile phone. Their latest model, the Razr 3, which is V3, this is a long time ago. marketing and innovative technology. Environments by providing easy and high speed, which is high speed. You say access. Okay. On trains, high speed. We said let's say high speed internet or technology on trains and email and in cars, and their consumer will able to get video coverage into their planes, their phones. The company even intends to extend coverage, of course, so that mobiles can be used in planes. The next one, we need to go to the dilemma. The language check, we're going to do that. Way to develop tenses and move. Let's look for the career skills. Let's give you examples of what can you do. When previewing, it is important to outline objectives. Which one of these A to H can we say it's outlining objectives? Describe methods, assign roles to people and departments, use visual aids to clarify points. When you say D, Jill, can you make that a priority? Which one is applied to 1, 2, 3, or 4? Of course, 3, assign roles to people, you call it. F, same thing, I want the IT department to get on that, assign roles to people or departments. But as this chart shows, H goes to 4, use visual aids to clarify points. Describe methods, that's like C. To get results, we need to blah, blah, blah. Let's look at this diagram. Also, B goes with 4, use visual or aids to clarify. Outline objectives the project will involve. A. Okay. Listen to an extract from this when I do listening or speaking. Let's read the dilemma. And the dilemma is talking about turning ideas into reality. Brief. The National Endowment for Science and Technology, NESTA, was set up to maximize creativity and innovative potential. They give financial backing in the form of grants and loans, as well as the advice on production and marketing strategies to organizations within new technological inventions. They are less interested in short-term results than other providers of capital, and they consider the social and cultural value of products to be as important as the long-term commercial value. And they do give financial backing in the form of grants and loans, as well advice on production and marketing strategies to organizations with new technological inventions. But they are less interested in short-term results than other providers of capital, and they consider the social and cultural value of the product to be as important as the long-term commercial value. Okay. Of course, if you look here, what is the dilemma you think here? Okay, this goes about the organization that helps companies not just look for profit as money or material. Also, you have to consider cultural and social value of the products, not just that. Of course, let's go back to some of the homework and do what we can see here. And orders are expected to be carried out to learn. Reading session can be more flexible and working method can always vary. This is not what we need. Let's go back to our article and choose some of the things that we need to go and explain into our assignment, and we also need to know what does it mean and have it written, like standing advice for not as a member of your family or your pets. We talked about, we gave you an assignment on our mobile phone good for society. We want to do something else. I want you to think of a new idea that you suggest a mobile phone should have, or a new feature or an option your phone, your mobile or your smartphone should have that doesn't have right now at this time. What do you think should be added to the new phones or the new cell phones? Do you think that adding more cameras help, or do you use the cameras or all these technology, or you want something useful that can be used in everyday life? This will be your second part of the assignment, and I guess that's enough for this chapter. And we will meet on, I guess, next Monday in a Zoom meeting, and we'll discuss that over also. I need everybody to be there. We want to talk about all that stuff, and I need the untapped market, and this one is part of the cell phone potential. That what can we add into that to tap into something new? It's part of the same assignment, and I guess thank you very much, and have a nice day, everyone, and we'll see you next week.